Hello, I'm Aaron Marino from Alpha M, and today I'm going to help you choose a new hairstyle based on your face shape. And this video is going to be broken up into two separate sections. Section number one, I'm going over the textbook how-to of face shape hairstyle selection. And in the second part, I'm going to tell you what this expert says. I'm going to break it down, keep it simple, to make sure that you actually know how to pick a new hairstyle for you. Multiple hairstyles are going to work for multiple face shapes. Alright, step number one, identify your face shape. And remember, there are 4 different options and you are one of them. And you are either oval, square, round, or triangle. And I know that you're going to find other shapes in books, but really when you break it down, there are 4. And just like with glasses, choosing a hairstyle based on your face shape is all about balance and contrast. If you have a round face, go for hairstyles that offer dimension. Look for hairstyles that are more angular. In Alpha M terms, what that basically means is if you've got a round face, you want to stay away from big, rounded hairstyles, alright? You want to get something that's a little bit more angular, probably tighter on the sides and the back. This is not the best hairstyle for this gentleman. He has a round face and needs a hairstyle a bit more angular to offset the roundness. By choosing a hairstyle that is a bit more angular, this is actually going to contrast and complement his round face. If you have an oval face shape, then you're pretty lucky because most hairstyles actually complement this face shape. There is an exception, however. I would probably avoid heavy bangs if you have an oval shaped face. Now this gentleman has an oval shaped face, but it actually looks a little bit heavier and rounder because of the heavy bangs covering half of his forehead. And if your face is square, due to the angular nature and construction of that face, you want to go with a hairstyle that actually softens those hard lines. Here's a great example of what not to do. This gentleman has a fairly square face. Combine that with a tight, angular hairstyle, he looks like Herman Munster. Triangle face shape are pretty lucky also. You can get away with most styles, and you actually look great with some longer options. To emphasize this face shape hairstyle point, I've got 2 guys with very similar hair texture, but very different face shapes. See who looks better. Here it is. 2 guys, very similar hair texture, but very different facial structure. The guy on the left looks great with big flowing locks of lusciousness. The guy on the right needs a definite tighter style to offset the roundness of his face. So is it making sense? I hope it does, because it's really not that complicated when you think about it. Alright, identify your face shape, and then choose a hairstyle that actually complements your face shape. And by complement, we mean contrast. So if you're real round, stay away from rounded styles. If you're real structured, stay away from real structured styles. Alright, now that is technically the proper way to choose a hairstyle based on face shape. Cool, right? Well, if you go and actually try to find a new hairstyle, you're going to be looking at hairstyles, you're going to be looking at face, you're not going to know what the heck is going on. And so now, I thought that I'd actually give you some pointers and tips on how to choose a great hairstyle and it had nothing to do with face shape. There are some other factors that you do, however, need to consider. So I have worked with thousands of guys and helped them pick out new hairstyles. And the way that it works, they'll send me a picture, I look at the picture, and what do I look at first? Their face shape? Hell no! I look at their hair texture. Wavy, curly, straight, thin, thick, balding, whatever. And then I look at their hairline. Is it receding in the front? Maybe on the sides? Do they have a widow's peak? Is it squared off? Those 2 factors, their hair texture and their hairline, are the 2 biggest things in determining what hairstyle is going to suit them. So what I would recommend you do if you're looking for a new hairstyle is actually think or look or keep your eye out for a celebrity that has a very similar hair texture and hairline to yourself. Once you've identified that celebrity or that person, what you need to do is let Google do the work. Go to Google Images and do a search for that celebrity. What you're going to find is hundreds of images of that celebrity with similar hair to you. And celebrities are always changing their hairstyle due to different roles or them getting bored or mad at their parents or whatever. And here's something very important that you need to remember. It's not necessarily about the haircut, it's about how that person and how you style that haircut.